We've talked forever, and I've been in the agency business since the 80s, and we've talked forever about how do you capture somebody's attention, and it used to always be about the 15 or 30-second television spot, and then you never knew if they were sitting in there or not, so you wanted to capture their attention. Here you know unequivocally that you're capturing their attention in a very unique moment when they are in this mindset, they've got their device in front of their hands, in front of their face, and then if you do your job the right way, they will continue to have a relationship with you. Because in almost every scenario, you swipe up and you have a deeper, meaningful relationship, but entirely in the control of the consumer.
Expectation number one is it needs to work. And that sounds really basic, but for a lot of digital providers like ourselves, it is a different step, but it's a different experience. So if we're going to ask users to come to our platform, it just needs to work. And we've done a lot of investment to make sure that we meet that minimum bar so that when you turn it on, it is the exact experience that you want. Past that, it's about delighting and surprising subscribers with experiences that are a little bit different. So maybe we can have some shoulder content, maybe we can have some social interactions, but we don't want to move too far ahead that we lose our consumers in the process.
I started in early digital marketing at Microsoft, and I think we all thought the digital world was going to connect us and it was going to be a beautiful world of kumbaya and love and access to everyone and building communities. And while some of that's happened, I think increasingly people are feeling isolated in the digital world and they're seeking human companionship. So this idea of an unscripted, real human, live in the moment conversation remains incredibly powerful. And we're seeing people accessing their favorite shows now more and more ways through digital, but they still want that companionship.
We're a purpose-driven company. We're really, really focused on making sure that technology is for good and giving back in the communities that we serve. And really what we focus on every single day is customers, our customers and our customers' customers. So if you think about Salesforce, it is a platform to orchestrate how you interact with your customers at every single touch point. While we're called Salesforce, it's much more than just sales, that's one touch point, but how you interact with your customers in marketing and service and commerce, literally every single touch point, we eat, sleep, breathe, and think about that every day.
I think that there's going to be fewer streaming services. Over time, there will be consolidation. Like any new marketplace, there's a lot of them, and then there are fewer of them. That's not a bad thing. And I also think streaming will be, two different options very often. I think there's going to be ad-supported streaming, and you get either no cost or much lower cost for streaming, and then a higher cost if you want no advertising, and that's okay. But the fact of the matter is, advertising, the reason it's worked is it supported high quality content, which costs money to produce, right? And so there's value to that. So people are either going to pay more and not see ads, or I think more households will end up paying less or nothing in exchange for receiving ads.
Government, I think it propels consumers to act and think in a different way.
So Tu, as the global representative on here, how do you think about it?
Well, I would build on what Evelyn said, because it's a great point, and I think, even what we need to agree upon when we build AI, and then we are actually kind of calling on for more regulation, because we feel that we need to have a more agreed playing field when it comes to AI.
I think it's really interesting. We
successful in that match or that game or something like that, and fans really want to know why. Yes, the guy is physically astute to smart enough to win that game, but they also want to know.
I get a lot of times marketers who will come in
and it's shared with our agencies because
stock photography images of people creating trusting moments, and I'm like, it says, what's the next best product or service to offer beyond personalized recommendation?
Data is also helping us get greater TV effectiveness and efficiency. By brand people outsourcing too much of their work.
That just recently joined. Amobi has very unique partnerships with Nielsen.
we see, for instance, in sports, you're the best.
Visitors will get a first-hand glimpse into the future of media. Throughout this area, you'll witness a balance between technology, people, nature, and
never be a match for Vilgax. You've doomed your...
That's great. Just not doing it.
What kind of price range?